Our next guests have a motto in the office. It's unwind, replenish, thrive. We're going to talk more about that with the folks from Motion Dripp. I want to welcome Kenny Nguyen and Cameron Shim. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
So, Kenny, let's start with you. What is Motion Dripp? I've seen these places before where it's kind of this energy infusion, IV kind of places, and they're popping up on a lot of around, right?
Yes, we describe our business as a wellness oasis.
Okay.
Right, and our primary core model is to hydrate. And to administer IVs that will allow you to thrive in your daily lifestyle. Okay. So, you know, I think what we look at is how to optimize your health. So we have IVs that we curate to either boost immunity, boost energy, or inject antioxidants into your body so that you feel stronger and that you recover faster if you're an active person. And if you are not good at taking vitamins, which is normally done orally, which only 30% of those vitamins are absorbed into your system, getting an IV every 2 or 4 weeks is the ideal modality that you should try to do, especially as you age. Okay. Our body is, our system and our body is not producing the vitamins that we need anymore. So this is a fast counterbalance to that. Okay.
Now, I am old enough to remember back in the day where it's like, you don't drink water. You're like, when 2-a-day practices in football, you don't drink water, that's weakness. We certainly have an understanding of hydration, how important it is. Everybody's walking around with the giant, thermostats, their gallon jugs at the gym and those kinds of things. So we're aware of it, but it's a different level when you walk into the shop over at Laguna Hills that you guys have, right? We're not just talking about a hydration, we're talking about a whole health kind of a oasis, like you say, a consciousness of it, right?
Correct, yeah. We really want to make our space not look like your typical white sterile clinic. We wanted it to be a spa because, needles are scary. Like, being honest, needles are scary, but being in that environment, it's like, you can just relax. And the services that we provide, it's not just the IVs or some of the injections. We go more than that. We will give you guys coffee or tea or water or any kind of like some of the little, what do you call them, Ollipops that we have too. We also have Normatec boots, which massage your legs. So you're getting an IV, you're also getting a massage at the same time. And then even our staff, we go above and beyond providing a client experience. Our staff will sit down, they'll chat with you, they'll find about your day, find about your wellness goals, your life goals, etc. Or just talk to talk.
Okay. Health-wise, how does this kind of go on just, hey, I'm staying hydrated, I'm taking my multivitamin and that kind of thing. How does it go beyond that? Because it just seems like, I think for some people think, I'm going to get an IV and sit there and, how dehydrated am I?
So a lot of clients will say they sleep better.
Okay.
Right? And if they're an active client that work out or play pickleball or tennis or golf, they say, I recovered faster. So that's, to us, huge benefits for them because they still want to be active, right? For the clients that are having trouble to be active, drinking water is actually more challenging than you think. It's hard for you to drink half a gallon of water a day.
Right.
So those clients are saying that they feel much more hydrated. They feel like they get better sleep. Sleep is so important to every human. The more studies that we're understanding how sleep determines your lifestyle, how it's basically, if you're a Tesla car, it's charging your battery. Okay. So quality sleep is very important. You can sleep for 12 hours and wake up, totally groggy because it's not quality. You can sleep for 6 hours and wake up fully charged. So these IVs will help you optimize your body to do these things while while it needs to recharge.
Now, Cameron, if I'm a client, I walk in there, am I going to get an assessment in terms of where I'm at, in terms of what I may or may not need? Are you going to have a questionnaire, or is there any testing that goes into what the process is?
There's a questionnaire that we do send, and it's a very easy one too. We send it to either your phone or your email address, and you can fill it out that way, or you can fill it out in person. And then one of our nurses will actually go over some more of the health goals that you are looking for. And then if you want to get into more detail, then you're more than welcome to bring in some of your blood work that you have, and then our nurses are able to look through that and go, okay, this is how we can cater the IV to meet your needs based on your blood work.
And speaking of catering to the needs of the community that we're talking to right now out in our audience is elderly. I'm about 5 minutes behind them, but they're a little older, right? They're 55 plus, and so what are some of the specialty things that can be catered to the needs of an elderly client?
Hydration for sure. Some of the research that we've been looking at shows that the elderly population are dehydrated. So hydration is the #1 thing. Vitamins, as Kenny said earlier too, taking an oral supplement, your body digests 20 to 30% of it based on the track it goes through.
And immunity, because as you know, people are getting sick. And you know, when you're active or you want to do social gatherings, whether that's dances, you know, any type of social gathering, your immunity needs to be boosted, right? And if you don't get out, like say there's some of your residents that don't get out often, you know, they're not allowing their immunity to kind of become stronger or build, you know, stronger. So these IVs, we can curate or tailor an IVs to build your immunity so that most of our clients today, a lot of times they're getting an IV before they travel. You know, internationally for vacation, and they come back and they would tell us everybody around me got sick on the vacation except for me. And then when they come back, they'll do another IV because they're jet lagged. And so that IV allows, when you're jet lagged, your immunity drops.
You're usually dehydrated as well.
Dehydrated at the same time.
You've been exposed to a lot of people.
That's right, on a plane. And so we'll do what we call self-defense IV, which is a immunity booster IV, and allows their immunity to go back up to above par, and then they feel great again. So overall, I think people just feel really good. They feel more energized. They feel like I haven't gotten sick in over a year. And so these are great feedback for us because we know that they are doing the right things, biohacking their current lifestyle.
Yeah, and that's, I guess, it's one of those things where I feel like it's one of those things I never knew. That kind of thing, like, hey, I just thought I'm getting older, I'm just more fatigued, I'm more whatever. But do you get patients, clients that come in and say after that, oh, I didn't realize I could still feel this good?
Yes, we have.
All the time.
All the time. We have a couple patients who are now noticing too, because we also are affiliated with Motion Fitness Group. They will go and work out, and some of our elderly clients are actually now saying too, like, my workouts actually feel great now.
And I think that a couple testaments. When you go to the ER, what is the first thing they do?
They put you on an IV.
Okay. So that's one, and then two is, we own the #1 group fitness gym also next door. And so we have 500 to 700 people come through those doors a day, take class. And so we know that the clients that are active and over 55, 60, we have a few, their recovery is night and day. They said prior to doing IVs, I would do a hard workout, and for a week I couldn't walk. Now that they're doing these IVs, and again, we tailor these IVs for what we call fitness rebound, they're able to work out the next day, and put a little bit more of a stress on their body, and they don't feel the actual stress, they feel young again.
Okay. Now, tell me a little bit about peptide therapy. What is it? Why would someone need that? Is that something that you guys do specifically there?
We do. So peptide is a chain of amino acids that's, your body actually produces peptides every day. It's in your system. But as we get older, there's two things that happens. After 30, you're losing 1% of your muscle mass every day of your life. Okay, and we know that strength training, what we're discovering today, I'm sure a lot of your residents and audience knows, is that strength training is a way of extending your life, because about 32,000 people die a year based on falls, elderly people based on falls. Okay, and so strength training, bone density is extremely beneficial for extending your life or anti-aging. Okay, so the other thing is back to peptides. Peptide is a chain of amino acids that your body produces. But what happens as you get older, there's a few factors that will diminish or deplete those cells. One is stress. Two is what you put in your body, how we eat, right? We're learning more about what we're putting in our bodies, but unfortunately the last 20, 30, 40 years, we've been putting a lot of processed food in our bodies. The other thing is exercise, right? We're now trying to figure out like, well, we need to exercise, right? And then last is sleep. How are you sleeping? Your body actually does more work while you sleep than when you're awake. Your body is recovering.
It's the recovery time, right?
Correct. So with peptides, there are a lot of very safe and natural holistic peptides that a person can put into their body. It could be for muscle growth, weight loss, gut health, sleep, like we mentioned, right? And brain function. So now that there's these peptides that are out, we work with the FDA-approved lab here in Orange County. They produce peptides that we can administer and put a protocol or administer to our clients and patients, and they can do a protocol that will help improve or enhance all their deficiencies in their body. So if they need to lose weight, we have a peptide that will help guide them, and it's more natural to lose weight. If they need to build muscle because they're losing muscle mass, then we have, as long as they work out, we can create, we can give them a peptide that can help them produce muscle. If they have an injury, you know, they strained their leg, they fell, and it's a soft tissue injury, there's a peptide that we can inject locally into that injured area and help them heal. Again, we are only wanting to do holistic type of modalities, teaching the body what it needs to do for itself. So you need to heal yourself versus getting on some type of drug or pharmaceutical medicine to try to, you know, Band-Aid fix your issue. So this is kind of like the core of our business, is doing everything more on a natural level. All
right, we're going to wrap things up real quick, but I want to make sure people know. You guys are located over off Moulton in the same center as the DMV, and that's where Motion
Across the street from the DMV.
Across the street from the DMV.
Yeah, off of Ridge Route, yes.
Okay, off of Ridge Route. Okay, so you're over there. When people walk in, I'm guessing, you know, this is an elective kind of thing, so it's not covered by insurance, but are there deals in terms of packages you can buy and those kind of discounts?
We want to build a relationship with the you know, the Laguna Woods residents, so we are offering a 25% discount off of any package, any service that they would like. And you know, we also have subscriptions. So if they want to do 1 IV per month, we have a subscription for that. If they want to do 2 IVs a month, we have a subscription for that. And it's extremely discounted because it's a membership versus a drop-in.
All right, folks, come on in, get that assessment, see what might work for you over at Motion Dripp. Kenny and Cameron, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.